Hi, I'm Romy,
I'm Jamie from the XX.
and this is Intro TV. The band started with Oliver and I, who's the guy who sings. He's not here. We've known each other since we were 3, so we've known each other for a long time. And then when we were about 15, we just started playing music together out of having fun and having a lot of time in summer holidays. And we've been friends with Jamie and Baria since we were 11 at school, so we were old friends. And we got offered a gig and needed some help playing the songs live. That we did a couple of songs and asked if Baria if she'd come and join in, and she came and we played our first gig, and we gigged as a 3-piece for about a year around London. And we were playing with beats on a CD, and it can go really wrong, and it's just not. If it goes wrong, it's horrible. And Jamie was making us some beats, and then,
And then I got an NPC for my 18th birthday, and I came along to a rehearsal and just started playing along. And from that point on, I was in the band. And ever since then, we've been working with Young Turks, who just gave us a place to rehearse and got us some gigs and helped us develop over the past 2 years. And now we have an album.
I think it's the one thing out of everything we do that has the least meaning. It's purely just an aesthetic thing. It's just a symbol, and the name came before any music. It was the first thing that Oliver and I did, and I think I like it. The fact that I'm not bored of it and did it when we were 16, I quite like, because it could have easily just been like, choosing a name's quite a difficult thing, and I like that it's ambiguous enough that people can make their own interpretation of it, and chromosomes, XX chromosomes, or 20 in Roman numerals, but it simply just means it's like a symbol. Jamie has a good one, I think.
One night when I was working in the studio after we'd finished recording, so I was on my own, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I saw a dark figure through the side window of the studio, and it turned out 2 people had broken in, but I was in a soundproof room, and they'd been busy looting the whole of the record label's computers and stuff, and I just managed to go out and scare them off at the last minute, but they'd already taken quite a lot of stuff.
I think it's crazy.
That was pretty scary.
The good thing about that is that I think if you'd been in the toilet or something, they could have come in and stolen the computer which had our album on, and if they'd done that, then we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't have an album. So I arrived the next day and saw Jamie. I was like, "What's going on?" And Jamie's just like quiet, and everyone's like, "Did you not hear what happened?" And saved the album. Covers wise, Jamie's responsible for doing all the remixes, but for the covers, I think I like the idea of doing songs that are quite different to us, because I'm not the hugest fan of cover versions that are identical to the original, because sometimes the original is just great anyway. So it's more of like paying a respect to it by using some of it. So I like taking the melody of the vocals and then creating a whole other landscape of music around it. That's what we did with Teardrops and a UK funky song called Do You Mind we did recently, and Aaliyah. So I like doing things, making things a bit different. But remix wise,
Well, with remixes, I only remix songs that I really love, and again, I just want to make it as different as possible from the original. Just something that I love as well. I'm only ever going to make and put out something that I really like myself.